Hello everyone, I am Dr. Donna Burrows and this is my first video for YouTube. I'm going to be posting a series of videos with some skills to help you with your child and your family. Some of the topics that I'm going to be covering are just things that come up a lot in therapy that I hear from other parents, and also some challenges that I face with my children. The first one I wanted to talk a little bit about is how to get your child to do something that they don't really want to do, such as homework or chores, or even little everyday things like flushing the toilet after they use the bathroom, putting their dirty clothes away. And we're going to talk about getting them to do this by using what we call a token economy or reward system. And I like to use fake money. You can do game tokens, you can do coins, you can do marbles, you can print out tickets or just cut out tickets. I usually call them mom bucks because, you know, they're mom coming for me. So these are going to be used that they can trade in every time they do something that you want to see them do more of. They can trade it in for an activity, a small reward. It could be a snack. The main idea is you want it to be something motivating, something that they like to do, something they want to do anyway. And this is a big topic for a lot of parents, but for most kids nowadays, games, electronics, screen time is a big motivator. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I've been fighting against a big wall on that one. And I figured, why not, if they like it, let me try to use it to my advantage and get them to pick up after themselves and do some chores around the house. To let you know, depending on what age your child is, you want to make sure you clearly communicate to them what the expectation is and that you understand what they should be able to reasonably do at that age. For instance, if your child is in preschool, reasonably, we think they can do some basic things with cues. So that would be picking up toys and putting them away. And that would be with prompting, maybe singing the cleanup song or doing it along with them, showing them how to do it. If your child is within kindergarten till second grade, they should be able to follow 2 to 3 step tasks and be able to do about 20-30 minutes of work. So that could be homework, usually is what it is. Also, at that stage, they should be able to start inhibiting their arms and their legs, and no grabbing or hitting or taking other people's stuff. Now, this is for typically developing this. If your child has ADHD, you can go ahead and subtract about 2 to 3 years from that, because that's a little bit harder for them. That's a test that's harder. So for example, what I want to do here is use screen time, use the bucks earned for screen time. This is Monopoly money from Guardians of the Galaxy, because I have 2 boys and they're really into the Marvel superheroes right now. So I'm going to use the Monopoly, or the Guardians of the Galaxy bucks for screen time. What you want to do is have a family meeting, sit down with your kids or your child and explain to them what it is that you want them to do and what's going to happen. For example, okay, son or boys in my instance, your father and I think you're at the age now where you can start flushing the toilet after you use it. And we want to help you with that. So this is what is going to happen. Every time I notice you flush the toilet, after using the bathroom, you're going to get some mom money for 10 extra screen time minutes. Or you can say they can trade it in for something. You could have I don't know, get some things, little toys or trinkets or whatever your child likes. But it could be 10 points. You see what I'm saying? To trade in for something else. Now you want to also explain what's going to happen if they don't do that. So if you don't flush a toilet, you're going to get a gentle reminder. If they're older, if they're younger, then I'm going to walk you over to the toilet and we're going to flush it together. And you want to model for them and make sure they understand exactly what to do, because you don't want to assume. I made this mistake and I continue to make this mistake with my 9-year-old. I said, okay, put all your shoes away from when we were cleaning out your closet and put them back in your closet. And when I went and looked, they were all just thrown in there in a big pile, which tends to happen with everything. Clothes, putting clothes away, it's just going to get thrown in there. It's not going to be organized. So I want to start very, very small and work my way up. So flushing a toilet's a good one if you have boys or girls, who knows. But I know for my kids, like putting clothes away, cleaning your room is huge. Just a little too broad for them. I need to start really specific. So what I've been doing is a whiteboard, and I write on them, on there what I want them to do for when they come home. And I write, put your clothes that you shed into, this is my notes from before, but put your clothes, it's a reminder to put their clothes that they shed off, because they tend to, boys take their clothes off and leave a trail everywhere, and I'm tired of picking up after them. So it's a gentle reminder to take the clothes that they shed and put it in the dirty clothes basket. That's one thing I've been trying to get them to do more of. When I see them do that today when they come home, they're going to get some mom bucks to trade in for screen time. You want to be very specific again, and also make sure that they understand what the expectation is. That's why I suggest calling a family meeting and saying, okay, this is how it's going to go. For example, in my case, okay, boys, mom's really tired from working and coming home and picking up everybody's clothes and putting them away in their backpacks. So I think you're old enough to start putting your things in the same place where they belong. Dirty clothes in the dirty clothes basket, your school books and shoes by the door, books and backpack at your desk. And every time I see you do that, you're going to get some mom money. If you don't do that, we're going to walk through it together. Okay? Now, the big thing also with this is follow through and being consistent. I don't know if you're like me, but I forget. Same with the list, and I'm going to go through how to set up a creative attention management system in one of my next videos, but I'm great at making lists, terrible at looking at them and remembering to follow through. So when I walk in the door, I forget to check. I forget to check these things. So this is one thing I want to be consistent about. And my solution is to start setting alarms and alerts. So if I know I come in at a certain time, I'm going to put an alert to check my calendar, my list, my control center, my reminders. What is it that I'm trying to get the kids to do more of? I'm going to check the list. I'm going to go back through and I'm going to look. And the idea is not looking for the negatives. You want to really look creatively at what they are doing. Sometimes that could be a stretch. If you don't see who's gone to the bathroom, when, but maybe there's a toilet that has been flushed. Hey, I might just go ahead and reward that anyway and say, you know what? I noticed that the toilet had been flushed. There was no pee or toilet paper, and I'm not sure who did it, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you both some mom bucks for that one. So you want to really catch them doing well and play a detective and try to figure out these times when they might be doing it, or at least get that hint, you know, plant those little seeds into their awareness to start thinking about this and looking for it. Well, I'm going to experiment with this today, and I will be back to let everyone know how it goes.